Good afternoon. A busy programme. You remember the song Feared by the Rich, Loved by the Poor, Robin Hood? Ah, yes. If only he were around to pinch some gold from the wealthy to protect us from the cuts that are going to be announced this week. Well, some people say we could have a modern-day Robin Hood tax where bankers pay more to protect the poor. Dave Harvey put on his green tights and went to the pub to talk to some union barons.
Well, the entire deficit was caused by a bunch of greedy and treacherous bankers.
The public sector is what makes our society civilised.
And it's almost we've become too frightened to touch the banking system.
You can see why they call it the Robin Hood tax. Take from the rich to save the poor from spending cuts. They're not actually planning to rob bankers themselves, mind you, at least not yet.
This is about making the banking sector pay a tax to avoid public spending cuts.
We've been trying to fight for this for years. It's a simple tax that will burn
billions.
billions.
Kevin, explain to a simple bloke like me how it works. I mean, they make a load of money, you get some of it.
Well, it's no different to anything in life. If you have a transaction, you pay tax on it, and if you move house, etc., there's taxes all the way through the system. This would be no different.
0.05% tax on financial transactions, hedge funds and the like, the sort of funds that got this country to its knees, paying a tiny amount of tax. And I think it shows something. It shows the money that goes through this system. When you think this small tax would actually produce billions of pounds every year.
This is dangerous with you guys between me and the door, but don't we need bankers to make money to pay off the debt? We don't want to go angering them.
I think banks will always make money, but, you know, it's become a casino. So the old and trusted banking system that the general public trusted, which always made money, is not the same anymore.
I think the choice literally is this. What would the public rather have? A small tax from the banking system or firefighters getting sacked? Because that's the reality that we're facing.
And when you put the question as simply as that, well, it's a no-brainer, really.
So the bankers, not the firefighters, get it.
I think so, don't you?
I don't have much against them, but if people are making lots of money, then they should pay more tax.
17, 18, 19 want to tax the bankers. Big fat zero want to tax firefighters. Well, if government policy was made in the pub, you wouldn't want to be a banker. I suppose a Robin Hood tax is always going to be a pub vote winner, isn't it? Especially in that pub. But when you get out the pub and the beer stops talking, it's never going to happen, is it? Not in the real world. Well, actually, we already pay a financial transaction tax. You may have paid it yourself. It's called stamp duty.
And when you buy and sell shares on the stock exchange, you pay another kind of stamp duty. Last year, it raised $3 billion. Europe has recently joined the merry men of Sherwood, proposing a global financial transaction tax. Yes, it would only work if Wall Street signed up at the same time, leaving bankers nowhere to run. We've come all in all a long way from the Robin Hood pub. This idea is gaining global support.
Why are they so adamant that cuts have to be made to our services as opposed to taxes on bankers? The bankers caused this huge deficit. The bankers should pay for it. We're very clear about that.